and welcome back to my library. It is week 2 of Believathon and it is Tuesday. Yesterday I went to a friend's house for dinner and 0 reading got done. I almost forgot to post my vlog for last week. I got very distracted. This is a friend of mine who moved to Canada and I had not seen for a really long time. They'd moved back. I've seen them once since they came back and it was really cool. I went over there. He cooked this beautiful veggie dinner and we hung out and played card games all night with him and his roommate. So I had a great time, but 0 reading got done. But today has been a great reading day. I had to work all day, but I've been home for a little bit. Fluff in my face. Been home for a little bit and I just finished, literally 20 minutes ago, finished Malamander by Thomas Taylor. This is such a fun story and I instantly want to pick up book 2. I'm so sad that I can't. It was so fun. This is what I love about middle grade readathons. The best thing about reading for a middle grade readathon is the stories that you're reading are just so fun. You can get fantasy, you can get romance, you can get adventure and excitement and humor and all kinds of genres in middle grade. Just because it's for kids doesn't mean it has to be for kids. Very much like Nevermore, I found that Malamander is one of those books that would transcribe very well to the adult reading community. It's fun, the characters are really likable, the adventure is really cool. You don't know what's happening, there's some mystery element there. The writing is really well done. I felt so immersed in the story, I had so much fun with it. And the second that I finished it, I want to know what happens in book 2. And not because I've been left with this massive cliffhanger, but because I want to know more about these people and the stories that they are going to be a part of. It was just that much fun. I haven't put it through Core Pile yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be high 4.5, 5 stars. So tonight's goal is to finish Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar, because that is only 200 pages. I'm currently 30 pages in. I have nothing else to do tonight. My video for Friday is already organized. I have photos taken for the rest of the week. So I'm feeling really ahead in all of my content. So I'm now able to sit down and focus on my reading. It's really hard to find motivation sometimes. And last week I felt unmotivated to do anything. I felt unmotivated to read. I felt unmotivated to take photos. I felt unmotivated to record anything. And I then forced myself to take a day off and not worry about it. And then I woke up the next day, clear, forced myself to do the things I needed to do. And now I feel content, and this week I'm feeling much better. And it feels great that it's Tuesday and I've already finished one book and I think I can get a second one finished, hopefully. So that's what I'm gonna do now, is take a seat. I got some snacks this afternoon. I went and picked up some more goodies for Hannah's Hens weekend. And while I was waiting, because it took them 20 minutes to get my click and collect order ready, I ended up buying some lollies. And I'm gonna sit down with Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar, go off to another world, read this and eat my snacks. So I'll give you an update when I get a bit further into this. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Happy Wednesday. I just got out of bed. I decided to have a little bit of a sleep in today, which I don't normally do. Normally I'm up at 6 a.m. But it is now 8 a.m. I have to go to work by 9. But last night I stayed up quite late reading Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar. I didn't quite get it finished. I'm about 50% through. Kind of read, stop. I didn't sit down and read, which was quite annoying, but c'est la vie. Really having fun with it. I am loving the characters. I know that I say that a lot, but to me, if I don't love a character, I don't care what happens to them. And so I don't really care what the rest of the book has to say. So I'm really appreciating that Tamarind is a character that I really love. She's very witty, and I love the fact that it's in India. I am reading this book and I feel like I'm in India with Tamarind. The book very much gives you a vibe that makes you feel like you are in the world that she is in. And last night we met the monkey. he's on the front cover, so it's not a spoil that he's going to become a part of the adventure. But I want to know more about him. He's so cool. And I really want to know how he's linked to her mother, because everything keeps going back to the fact that no one wants to talk about her mother and what happened to her mother. So that's why I want to just keep reading. I just want to know what happened to her mother. Where is her mother? Why does no one want to talk about her? And how is a monkey linked to that? And a secret cabin. Like, it's so good. I just want to keep reading. But I have to go to work today, unfortunately. So I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of my Twisted Tales story, because I don't have any more of my middle grade books that I need to read for Believathon as audiobooks. The rest I have only as physical. As I've mentioned probably previously, I always have one audio and one physical going at once, because then when I'm doing things that I can't be physically reading, I try and listen to something, because I'm a freak like that. I like to always have some kind of book going if I can, if I'm in the mood to read. I have basketball tonight. It's our grand final. I'm so excited. This is our 10th grand final we've made it to as a team. Hopefully we win that one. We're going up against the undefeated team. So we're the underdogs in this comp. So it would be really fun if we take out the win. Stay posted. I will let you know. I might do a little bit of a film of some of the game as well if I'm not too invested in it. I did have a book that I was going to read that a publisher was going to be sending to me but hasn't arrived yet. So I'm starting to get in that panic mode of, do I find a replacement or do I not? Let me know in the comments, what do you do when you have a set TBR and things don't go according to plan? Because this is the second time this has happened to me, and I like to feel organized when it comes to readathons. And I have like my stack there with sticky notes on it, and this time it hasn't really happened that way because I was relying on some other people this time, and so I've been left with not a lot of choice but had to change things, and I hate that because I wanted to stick to the original TBR, but with being on a book buying ban I can't just go buy the book that I can't have access to now. So yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough this morning. This is my Wednesday update. I don't really have much else to tell you other than the fact that I finished a book, I'm halfway through another, I have basketball on tonight, I have to work today, I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and I have to leave in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go, but see you soon. Sorry, I didn't give you much of an update last night. After the game finished, things went a little crazy, and yeah, so we ended up losing. We got runner-up in the grand final, which was disappointing, but kind of expected considering we were the underdogs and the other team did play really well. They just kept popping threes, and our team's head really wasn't in the game. There was a lot of people in our team who gave up really early, so it was really hard to play when half the team just kind of accepted their fate and stopped playing, but that's okay. Can't win them all. So in terms of a reading update, last night I got up to page 184 in Once Upon a Dream, which is not for Believathon. It's a Twisted Tale that I'm reading for a publisher. Thank you Scholastic for sending me this one. In terms of my Believathon reading, I did not get very far at all yesterday because one of my friends decided to tell me about a K-pop drama on Netflix. Oh my God. I stayed up till midnight last night watching it, which is really late for me. I'm usually like I'm a grandma. I'm in bed by like 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I stayed up watching that one last night because it is that good. I am mad at myself because that was 3 hours of reading I probably could have been doing, but after the night I had, I just needed to just watch something that was just gonna make me smile. So I decided to watch that instead. Today's a new day. It's Thursday. This weekend I'm probably not gonna get much reading done because I have my friend Hannah's Hen's weekend on the Saturday, and it's gonna be an all-day thing. And then Sunday I have meal prep So the likelihood of me getting much more Believathon reading is gonna not really be realistic, but I will try my hardest. And the worst part about it is next weekend we've got Anthony's grandma visiting, or Nana she's called because he's Maltese, and that's going to be a whole day thing as well. So I'm slowly starting to freak out that I'm not going to get all the books read that I need to get read this month, and that makes me like more anxious, which makes me less likely to read. So then it just creates this cycle. I need to like snap out of it. Pick up a book. Today I've got work. I'll work until like 5 o'clock-ish. I don't have anything on tonight though, so I will try my hardest not to get lost in K-pop drama again tonight and actually do some reading. So I have an update for you guys. Like every other week that I haven't done a reading vlog, I've been like, finish this book, finish this book, finish this book, finish this book, and I'm actually recording it to give you guys updates. I'm like, so I'm just watching Netflix. Not really doing much exciting. Once I finish Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar, I will be picking up Land of Stories by Christopher Colfer to find The Crown. I asked my partner to buy me this for Christmas and he got it on my wish list. I knew nothing about it. I was just so intrigued by this cover and I knew I needed more middle grades, and this seemed very, very interesting. This follows the story of Alex and Connor Bailey. They are twins and their grandmother gives them a book which allows them to travel to the land of stories where fairy tales are real. And I am a huge fan of fairy tales. If you can't tell, I've been reading the Twisted Tales religiously pretty much each time the publisher sends me a new one. I pick it up because I love retellings of fairy tales and experiencing that in a new way. So I'm really excited for this one. It's my first ever Christopher Colfer, so I don't know how his writing is, and I really hope that the world is going to be as immersive as I'm expecting it to be. I have read other stories that take you a book inside a book, and they didn't do it as well as I was hoping. I have high hopes for this one. I think it's probably going to be a 4-star, 5-star read. Let's see if it pays off, because I'm going to be disappointed if it doesn't. So I just got home from work and there was some book mail waiting for me. So Scholastic has been sending me the Twisted Tales to review, and the one that I have most recently received today was Straight On Till Morning. And this is the twisted tale of what if Wendy went to Netherland with Captain Hook. So 16-year-old Wendy Darling wishes for a more exciting life. So when an opportunity to travel to Neverland on a private pirate ship presents itself, Wendy makes a deal with the devil. But Neverland isn't quite the place she imagined it would be, and little pixie named Tinkerbell seems less than friendly. Then Captain Hook reveals some evil plans for Neverland, and it's suddenly up to Wendy and Tinkerbell to save Peter Pan and his world. I am so excited. I have been loving these Twisted Tales. I'm about 60% through the Twisted Tale of Sleeping Beauty at the moment. What if Sleeping Beauty never woke up? It is dark and I'm loving it. I'm all here for it. So I have a feeling this one's going to be dark too. It's written by the same author, Liz Braswell. So I'm really, really excited for that one. So thank you, Scholastic, for sending that my way. You have made my day. I also got another package. I'm not actually sure what this is. I've put in a lot of orders recently. Not book related most of the time, but oh, it's my, I got myself some new covers for the cushions that I have on my daybed. So yeah, I can brighten up my reading room a little bit. Today I have the day off work, which is really rare. I'm really excited to have the day off work. I have been very productive this morning. I got up about 7 and cleaned the house, ready for a house inspection next week. We also have Anthony's grandmother visiting next weekend, so I wanted to try and get things a little bit more organized after moving in so that it's ready to go. But today I went and finalized and bought some final things for Hannah's hens. I am now going to sit down. I've just made some Jello shots and some cold brew coffee for the espresso martinis. So I'm going to sit down and make the goodie bags for people. I will be listening to Once Upon a Dream by Liz Braswell as I do that. This is the Twisted Tales that I've been reading all week. It's taken me so long. I'm sorry. I usually finish one of these in like 2 days. I'm this far through. It's getting darker and darker the further into the story I get. This I haven't really spoken about much, but it follows the story of if Sleeping Beauty never woke up, and it follows this really cool story of effectively she's within a dream world and she realizes she's within a dream world, and her and the prince effectively have to escape the dream world to get into the real world to defeat Maleficent. So really fun, really cool, really dark. So if you love like fairy tales but want a little bit of a twist on it, definitely recommend picking out Once Upon a Dream. Once I finish that and do all the goodie bags, I'm probably going to have a relaxing afternoon and just chill, because tomorrow's going to be a really big day. We're starting at 10 to set up and everything, so I expect it to be a pretty long day. So I'm probably going to sit down and hopefully finish Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar. I've been saying this all week. I know I'm a parrot repeating myself, but it hasn't been a very good reading week for me because I've been distracted by a TV show that a friend of mine told me about, and it is very, very addictive. I am thinking about it when I'm not watching it, and when I'm watching it, I'm thinking about what's going to happen next. It is one of those shows that draws you in, and to me, it feels like when you read a book that just like hugs your heart and you just love it so much, but it also has like all this like action in it and you just want to know what's happening. That's what this show is like for me. I have been loving it. I have stayed up till midnight 2 nights in a row trying to watch it, and yeah, I might watch a little bit more of that this afternoon, but I hope to actually read this. So we will see. We'll see which mind wins, the reading mind or the TV watching mind. But that's pretty much my update for the day. I will give you more of an update if I finish one of these books. Otherwise, I'm going to go continue to be productive. Just finished a physio and I've been released and cleared unless it flares up, so that's exciting. I'm feeling much better, like I've got range of motion back and everything. For those that haven't seen my vlog from my trip home with my family, there was a car accident that I was in where I was rear-ended, and following that I had a bit of whiplash, and it was just getting kind of quite hard, well, quite painful for me to move my neck and things like that, and I was getting a lot of headaches. So I decided to go and see a physiotherapist about it and just kind of get organised. It is now rainy and gross here, so the weather turned. I hope that it's okay tomorrow for Hannah's hens. I managed to get all the bags organised and some more listening to audiobook done. 0 reading done though. It's been a day of getting things sorted. But tonight, Anthony and I are probably just going to order some takeout and have a night in. We haven't really spent much time together this week because it's been hectic. So it will be nice to just switch off and spend some time together. Welcome to Saturday. I say that with excitement because today is my best friend's Hen's Day. I worked really hard this week to try and hopefully make it a good day. There's been catering organisations, there's been alcohol to organise, there's been decorations, dickish related items. I had to go to this creepy sex shop with this seedy old man. Yeah, it was not a fun experience, but it was worth it to get some fun things for her hens. So I had a crazy night last night. After 0 reading all day, I then sat down and finished Once Upon a Dream, which was really good. Really, really good. Probably one of my favourite Twisted Tales I've read so far. Last I checked in, I was about halfway through and it was quite dark. The second half was even darker. Like there were some scenes that the author describes and you're just like, damn. And then I was working on something special for my December TBR. And I got a notification that Gav was going live to do a reading sprint, but I came in and it was right near the end. For some reason, my phone didn't notify me until it was near the end. So I did a 5-minute reading sprint with him and then another 20-minute reading sprint, and I managed to get halfway through Tamarind and the Star of Ishtar. Probably won't get much reading done tonight because I will be at the hens from now. I'm heading over to set up until tomorrow morning where we're going to do breakfast for everybody that stayed over, and then I will be coming home meal prepping because Anthony and I meal prep for the week rather than having to cook each night. While I'm in the kitchen, I will be listening to From the Desk of Zoe Washington, I think it is. That is going to be a replacement for a book that I was meant to get from a publisher that hasn't arrived yet. I'm going to read that instead to fill that clue because it's a new to me author. It's on the Goodreads potential best book for middle grade, so I figure I may as well pick it up and give it a shot. The most exciting thing I did yesterday was work on something exciting for my December TBR and all TBRs moving forward. I hope that it goes according to plan. I hope that you guys like it as much as I think I would like to watch it. But who knows? I could be totally shooting in the wrong direction and have wasted my time and effort making it. But we'll give it a shot and see what you guys think. So I will check in with you probably next week because I'm going to come home on Sunday and edit this and put it up ready for Monday. So I probably won't add too much other than a little bit of maybe filming from the hens. And there won't be much reading update because I won't do any reading this weekend. So this has been my week. I have managed to finish 0 books for Believathon and 1 book for the week. Oops. I feel like I was doing better than that, but clearly I wasn't because I'm looking at my books that I've read this month stack and it hasn't really grown because, yeah. Oh well, c'est la vie. Bye guys. Until next time, happy reading.